Hey guys, how's it going? MySpace here. So I was meaning to make a video last night, a first impressions video last night, but then I just crashed out. I just knocked out, and I just woke up. And I woke up at like 6 in the morning. Like, oh shit. But anyway, I gotta get going soon, and I'm gonna have a busy day ahead of me, and I haven't done a video in a while, so I just want to get a video done to show you guys because it has been at least a week now. So I recently watched I recently watched Taxi Driver, the one with Robert De Niro, directed by Martin Scorsese. Now, for those of you who have not seen it, there's gonna be some spoilers. Just letting you know. So my first impressions of Taxi Driver. So overall, I enjoyed Taxi Driver. I would watch it again. I plan on doing that. The film felt weird at times, and at other times it felt hard to follow. Like at times I didn't really understand what was going on or the motive of the characters. Like there's one character, his name is Palantine. He's a senator running for president, and like he's driving a rally, and this is towards the end of the movie, and Robert's character Travis is has a whole different uh, outfit outfit and style going on, which could be possibly described as a costume, possibly, the way you look at it. Anyway, the point is, he's going up to Palantine, and the Secret Service people spot him, and uh, and they and they notice him. They try to get him, but then he runs away successfully. I didn't understand what the hell the point of that scene was. Was he gonna kill him? I guess he was gonna kill him because he had guns on him and stuff like that. Um, But I didn't understand the motive because I thought he liked Palatine, and then all of a sudden here he is about to kill him, and I just don't understand them. I just didn't understand that part. Didn't make any much sense to me. So there's parts like that. There's also certain words. Um, there's also certain words that I had to look up online because I just don't hear them anymore. And one of those words was spook, and when he said spook, I was like, what the hell does that even mean? So I paused the movie, or maybe I let it running. But anyway, I opened a new tab and I started a Google search for it. Now, I wasn't sure what it meant, because, like, um, I had some guesses. One of them was, it was an insult to blacks, because in the scene, he says it, there's a black lady in the back of his cab with this, older white guy who was possibly rich. He looked like he was rich. He had like a suit on and tie, and I mean, or like he was like businessy looking, you know, one dimensional characters and shit like that. I mean, because they were both only in the scene for like a minute or two, so you can't get that much. They're just minor, very minor characters, and they just add to the narrative and add to Travis's worldview for some reason. But anyway, I looked it up, and before I looked it up, my guess was like prostitute. It's an insult against prostitute. It's an insult against blacks. Insult against women, or some kind of insult against maybe a guy or something like that. But anyway, I looked it up, and of all the places, UrbanDictionary.com was the actual website that gave me the definition, the correct definition. All the other websites, they give me very uh they give me definitions that were not related at all to the situation at hand, so there was no way they could be right. Uh, so one thing is going back to his costume is, if you watch the movie, you notice he shaves off most of his hair and has a mohawk going on, and so this is some cultural context apparently. Um, so apparently in the 1970s, mohawks were like a very radical thing. They were very, like, no one really knew what a mohawk was apparently, and like it was a very radical thing to see. Like, what is that guy doing to his freaking hair? You know, that kind of thing. Like, to us, you know, to a person like me or someone my age or younger, when they watch this movie and they don't know that, they don't have that historical cultural context in perspective, they just see a guy with a mohawk, like, okay, big deal. He is a mohawk. You know, okay, whatever. Like you don't, like, they don't get the significance of it. I mean, yeah, you gotta have that. So there's some cultural contexts to take into account. Um, I love how Robert De Niro had a gun hidden underneath his arm, and how it would come out like this. Like he just like, yeah. And then the infamous uh line of "You talking to me?" And there's no one else around here, so he must be talking to me. You know, he's like just speaking to himself in the mirror, and apparently that was improvised. And if it was, that's pretty awesome. He did a pretty good job doing that. Um, so overall, good film. One last thing I want to talk about before I close the video is history. If you're into history like I am, definitely check out this film. This film was set a couple decades ago, and what I like about films like these that are set in their own time era is that you get a perspective into the past. You know, that's why I kind of wish like films have been around for 1,000 years or more so, and instead of it being around for 100 years, because then I could watch films if there were films that have let's say films existed for 1,000 years. I could watch a film 800 years ago to get an idea what life was like back then. Obviously, it's not 100% accurate, but it gives some kind of like preview or some kind of perspective to it. Um, the film had a bias towards New York City. The character had a bias towards New York City. He did not like New York City. He despised it. I thought it was really cool at the end. Also, before I close again, really cool at the end how he went and saved the girl, and he was getting shot all over the freaking place, and like he got shot in his neck, and he wasn't crying or in pain or anything. He just like ugh, like he just took a he just like an annoyance or like just like someone like punching him in the side or something like that. Like that's what it felt like to him. And man, that guy was just taking bullets all over the place, and he had guns just everywhere. Like he was well prepared. Great shootout at the end. Great shootout. I would definitely watch that scene. Just that scene alone was great. Um, yeah, and oh yeah, with Betsy. God, I rabble on. I keep okay. Betsy. I almost forgot about Betsy. Things didn't work out because he took her to a pornographic movie, and apparently he was ignorant or naive enough not to take her to a pornographic movie, or at least ask her beforehand. Because usually, you don't take girls to. You don't usually take girls to when you say you're going out to a movie. You don't usually take them to a pornographic cinema. You take them to the regular cinema. So yeah, I mean, if a girl's into that, that's cool. You should probably ask her though if she's into that or not. But it doesn't even matter anymore probably because there's not even any pornographic cinemas really left anymore. Maybe like a very small amount, but yeah. Anyway, I'm done. I really enjoyed the film, and if you already seen this, yeah, if you're watching this, you haven't seen it. I mean, I don't know why you are. I mean, I already said there were spoilers in the beginning, but yeah. That's it. I'm MySpace, and thanks a lot for watching. More videos to come, of course, of course. Bye bye.